Afternoon. We are here to review She-Hulk episode 3, and it's all about the twerking today, baby.
Oh my lord, that's what I forgot to get. Oh, since I haven't got a lot with me, there you go. I got the money ready.
I mean, I've also heard rumors that you were watching it with your Kleenex ready as well, and your kind of lotion.
Kleenex and money.
Just a strange combination. Cool. We are here to review episode 3 of She-Hulk. Let's just get into it, man. What did you think?
I thought it was again another brilliant episode. I mean, so far to me, this has actually been the best Marvel series so far in terms of the story. That it's just been very consistent. It hasn't dropped off. Nothing has dropped off in terms of any of the episodes so far. I mean, we're nearly halfway there, right? Because is it 8 episodes and
9? So we're 1/3.
We're a third away, but so far it's been very good. I mean, not trying to jinx it or anything, touch wood. But yeah, I mean, it's been absolutely brilliant, and they're not dragging things out. They're just getting to the point of things that need to do. You don't have to wait 4 episodes for them to actually get result in terms of his situation with the whole parole hearing. Everything that was needed to be done was done in a timely manner.
Yeah, so I think the pacing of these episodes has been very good. Whereas in other shows, we've been sitting there going, you need longer episodes to explain stuff. They're actually getting the pacing very well done. These are shorter episodes, but somehow they're telling the story a lot more coherently than some of the other, like Hawkeye, for example. They're telling the story a lot more coherently, despite only probably using about 75% of the time Hawkeye did, whereas Hawkeye could have done with an extra 15 minutes per episode just to
explain
about stuff. Yeah, this is just hitting those beats really quickly, not taking itself too seriously, and
but still getting to the point. But I think maybe it's a case of trial and error, isn't it? Where they've probably read comments from fans and viewers who's basically said yes, on other series to say yes, this one was okay, but they went to it was too dragged out to this and that, and maybe they've just been looking at it and saying, okay, you know what, we hear what the people are saying, and we don't want to continue that trend where it seems like our product is declining. So let's listen to them, make the story shorter, but get to the point.
Yeah,
so we're not really missing out on things.
Depends as well, like what time, like the timings. It was all recorded. I mean, the scripts were agreed. But a lot of people would like to think that they are learning with each episode. So let's start off with a few questions I'm going to pose. So we see this episode. Well, there was a main plot and a subplot. The main plot was Emil Blonsky, the Abomination, and his desire to get parole from the parole board.
But yeah, as you brought him up, so can you actually now admit that I was right? Didn't I call it last week when I said he was kidnapped and we was laughing about it?
I mean, I don't remember you saying that.
What? You never remember said Wong kidnapped him?
I'm sure you said it, but you're mistaking me for somebody who actually listens to what you say.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, so I'm sure for those who watch remember me actually saying that last week. So I did actually say, yep, he was kidnapped. He didn't. That was against his. He didn't have any choice in the matter. You're locked up. A sorcerer comes in, open the portal, tell you go out there. You're helping the fight the good fight by rehabilitating yourself, as well as also help us train. And he did that, and he went back to prison.
Well, my first question is Wong telling the truth? That is my first question I'm going to pose to you. I am not buying Wong's story about him training himself because he's the Sorcerer Supreme. And he's actually been the Sorcerer Supreme for 5 years now, because remember, he was around during the blip. And now he's got... I am not buying this story one bit. I think he's just coming to help out Abomination, because him and Abomination, they've got something going on. I don't mean like a romantic or sexual thing. I think they've got some kind of, they're making plans about other things.
Yeah, but why would you need to clarify that? I don't think anyone's thinking, Wong and Abomination.
Listen, this is the internet. This is the internet, and the internet is a strange place.
Well, put it this way: the only way you'd need to clarify that was if, while he was in the court, there was only 7 of the 8 special pen pals that he had, then you'd be like, who's the 8th one? But as all 8 was there, then we know that Wong was a part
Okay,
of
so
it.
let me pose this question to you. Do you think Wong was being honest?
Yes and no. I think he was being honest in the sense that, they were training and he did get him out there without his say-so in a way. But I think, no, he's not being honest, because I think this possibly may lead to Shang-Chi 2 or something. I think this has to do with, what we saw at the end of Shang-Chi, when he was actually seeing that there was something else going on. I think he realizes that there is something else going on, and he's preparing for what's coming. Now he's the Sorcerer Supreme. He has to prepare for what's actually coming to protect us from something that he may see coming. And I think Wong is more cautious, and he's more than Doctor Strange, in the sense that I think Doctor Strange is a little bit more laid back, whereas Wong likes to he wants to be prepared and just deal with things before it actually escalates. So I think there is something else going on, and he needs Abomination's help. And Abomination went to help him.
Exactly. So he wasn't kidnapped then, was he?
He was coerced.
Using your own language, he wasn't kidnapped. Right.
Yeah.
I should have been a lawyer growing up. I don't know why I never became a lawyer.
I pose a question to you, sir. If you've been locked up for God knows how long you've been locked up, and a sorcerer comes and tells you, listen, I'm the Sorcerer Supreme. Common law doesn't apply to me. I'm going to open this portal for you to come out and help me save the world. It's your choice. You can come with me, or you can stay here and get the rubbish prison food that you've been getting all the time.
Do you know what I'll do? Look, Mr. Sorcerer, could you take me to my brother Kay? I need to talk to him, and he will give me some advice, and whatever he kind of advises, I will take on board, and I'll do that.
Yeah, but then technically you've already broken out. So you've already broken the law.
I have. I might come back. That's the point.
So you're going to break the law to go and ask a question if you should break the law.
Yeah.
And then go back and then
you need a second opinion on these things. I can only see the woods. We need somebody to see the wood through the trees.
Well, maybe he did that. Maybe he went to someone. Maybe he went to the 8 brides to be pen pals.
Maybe, and I don't think they're. I don't think they're the 7 pen pals either.
You don't think so?
No, I still think. So this is what I think. I still think this retreat, which Emil Blonsky is talking about, I don't think it's going to be some kind of meditation thing where he's going to be doing the Agents of Smash with his 7 brides. I think the 7. I think this place he's going to go to meditate is going to be the kind of Thunderbolts, Dark Avengers headquarters, yeah. /
training facility.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so as well. But I think he's just putting on this whole persona it's almost like he's a cult, like it's a cult.
Yeah.
Because they almost seem like they're like
very David Koresh, Charles Manson style.
Yeah. Except he can also morph into a giant, destructive, super strength.
That's one thing I wanted to say as well. He looked so much better as that Abomination than he did in the movie.
Well, yeah, because now technology
so much more like the Abomination I know from the comics, which I'm so pleased about.
But do you think now it's also because of technology as well? And now it's a case of trial and error. So,
I think just before directors and movie makers tried to put their own stamp on something, so they changed the style of a character. But actually, all us fans want is something that looks a bit like the original.
Yeah.
And it comes down to it. So yeah, I still think he's lying. I think Wong is onto something. But this segues nicely, Davian, onto another thing I want to talk about. She-Hulk, we see, is attacked by 4 gentlemen.
Yep.
The Wrecking Crew, as they're known in the Marvel comics universe. the Wrecking Crew and Wrecker, who's the leader of the Wrecking Crew, his powers kind of come from Asgard. It's kind of like imbued by Asgard. I can't remember the exact details of how it happens, but they're trying to get hold of her blood for some reason. So I wonder if Wong is actually aware of other criminal parties trying to like get super strength blood, and because remember, like Bruce Banner destroys the blood as well in the first episode because he's like, no, nobody can have this blood. So I wonder if Wong is prepared. Wong knows about all these different threats, so he's like, I've got to put together this little team like Abomination and whatnot. And then last thing, I think Wong is becoming so popular in the MCU. I don't think they probably realized how much of a fan favorite Wong has become.
No, they must do. I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they do realize. My point being is, I don't think when they first cast him, I don't think they realized how popular the character would be. But now that he has become so popular, I'm putting it out there as a hot take: Wong, potential leader of the Thunderbolts in the Thunderbolts movie.
You know what? I could actually see that, because if you really look at it, if we're going by who so far we believe might be in the Thunderbolt, they're not exactly bad guys. They're just people who just need direction, like a leader that's not gonna.
They're bad guys.
Not really, because I don't think U.S. Agent is a bad guy. These are people that was forced into position by the government, and now they're still being used by the government.
Yeah, they're bad guys.
Really?
They're pawns of the government. If you're the victim of them, they're the bad guy. Okay. This is a good point as well. Also, let's not forget the leader. The leader was created in the last Hulk movie, played by the last actor from the last film, or Val. Yeah, I think.
The guy, he's the one who played. Didn't he play Robin Hood in Robin Hood Men in Tights?
I don't know, unfortunately.
Who played the leader? Because the leader is the one with the big ass head like Brainchild, isn't he?
Yeah. So yeah,
their head by Hulk.
Yes, I think that's a good shout, actually, Mr. K. I think the leader's a good shout. I think Val's a good shout. I don't know. Wong is playing some kind of weird game here, and I just want to know what that game is. But yeah, so my next question for you is, Davian, who are the Wrecking Crew working for? Because they've got their little Asgardian weapons as well, if you've noticed.
Yeah, possibly for the shadow forces in the government.
I think that's a good shout, actually. I'm not surprised. So, you know how I love a slideshow?
Yeah.
No, I don't like that. So this is what the Wrecking Crew look like in the comics. Thunderball, Bulldozer, their leader, Wrecker, and Pile Driver. Do you know something? I'm really sad they don't look like this. I really wanted to see them look like this.
What are their powers?
Super strength, essentially.
That's it. They all just have super strength.
Yeah. Yeah, they first debuted in the Marvel Comics in 1974. The main villain has been Thor, in all honesty. They do play a big part in the Secret Wars. As kind of basically a bit of fodder for the superheroes to beat up during the Secret Wars. They also play a big part in an Avengers storyline in the late 80s, where the Masters of Evil, because in the 80s, that's what the bad guys used to call themselves. Stuff like the Masters of Evil, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. They were really telling you they were the bad guys. They basically take over the Avengers Mansion, and the Wrecking Crew, actually, with the help of a few others, such as Mr. Hyde and Goliath, really nearly kill Jarvis, the butler, and they hospitalize him for months, and when he comes out, he's got a walking stick and all sorts. It's a very deeply emotionally hitting comic. So
basically, they were squatters that attacked the Hulk.
I mean, that is one way of putting it. Yeah, that is one way of putting it.
Breaking. Yeah, they're not here. We're gonna, we're going to confiscate this property now. Yeah, we claim it as ours.
Oh, and they were led by Baron Zemo as well. In that story, just point out there's a bit of Zemo out there. So, yeah, I would like to have seen them look a bit like this, but maybe they'll be imbued by. Maybe they were trying to get She-Hulk's blood so they can become this version of the Wreckers.
But then, how would they know this unless? Well, how would they know that? Because so far, no one was aware of that until that happened, and the only two people who know about it is Bruce and She-Hulk.
Well, yeah, but people know that the blood is crucial. Like someone like the leader who has become super intelligent from absorbing some of Hulk's blood would know the properties of it. So yeah, these are my ideas of who the Wrecking Crew could be working for.
But then for all known purposes, no one didn't really know that Hulk could. No one knows that Hulk could bleed because we've never seen him bleed.
Well, exactly, and that's why they made the mistake, didn't they? They went for her, and they didn't put the injection in before she changed into She-Hulk, so they were too late. So they didn't know.
Yeah, but do you think that would have possibly worked? Because she only got a little infusion of his blood. So unless they're saying that the contamination from his blood mixing with hers has completely changed over, like his blood going into her system has actually turned her entire immune system and her blood system to his, then that's the only way that
well, it's not so much that they want Hulk blood, that they just want superpowered blood. It doesn't really matter whether it's Bruce's, whether it's Jennifer's, even though I think you're right, Jennifer's is
diluted, so it's not like
diluted. It's not as potent as Bruce's, but there are going to be criminals out there who are going to want some of that blood so they can soup themselves up. So I'm going to try this. Let's go with that. So the first person I'm putting out there is the Hood. The Hood is
music as well.
Yeah, I've got some music in the background. It's all going on. The production values to this show going up and up.
Yeah, the budget has increased thanks to them ABBA videos.
So yeah, I went for the Hood. It's my first choice. The Hood is a supervillain, kind of introduced in the late noughties. He's basically a criminal leader. So he, at one point, he controls this huge criminal enterprise in America. At various points, he's had about 60 different. Thank you. He's had about 50 different supervillains working for him, and the reason I say the Hood could be a potential person. I appear to have lost Damien. Let me text him. He's back.
That's my bad.
So yeah, the reason I'm saying the Hood is because the Hood does use the Wrecking Crew in the comics as his goons, and the Hood as well is going to be the main bad guy for Ironheart. So this could be a good way to introduce Ironheart.
Okay, cameo.
Yeah. So that's actually my number one pick. Number two pick is Roxxon Oil. I mentioned them in the last episode. It's an oil company, man, but they're a criminal oil company and they're devious people. Again, I think Roxxon Oil could feature. They've actually already been mentioned in the MCU. but I think they could feature in Armor Wars as well.
Yeah.
The next two likely ones are Damage Control. Maybe Damage Control look like we need to obtain our own stuff illegally. We can't get it from Emil Blonsky because Emil Blonsky might snitch that we've taken his blood. So we need to create our own superpowered people. And my last idea is Val could be the person trying to get the blood so she can create more superpowered beings for herself. And as the last one, hey, what if it was Wong? What if Wong is the one after She-Hulk's blood? That's a hot take, but worth considering. What do you think?
I think it's more likely that it's Val.
Yeah.
I think it's a case that Val probably doing it just in case she can't convince She-Hulk to join her new team. So if I can't get her to join our new team, then we'll just have to create someone like her.
Yeah, that's a good shout as well. I think for me, I think it's between Val and my hot prediction is the Hood. I mean, just to be different, just to be a bit controversial, I'm going to say it was the Hood because why the hell not? Why the hell not? So, yeah, so a few things to ponder in this episode is fair to say. What did you think of the Light Elf?
Yeah, that was kind of sickening and funny at the same time. Funny, yes, because it was just funny, but sickening because it's a pensioner and she's just going around luring men for money. So God knows what else she was doing, when she was shape-shifting, because for a man to spend $175K on you, she must have been popping that thing. So,
and Dubowski's so stupid he didn't think surely Megan Thee Stallion would have 175K laying around somewhere.
Well, he's sprung in it, so he's thinking, yeah, Hollywood women, they like money spent on them. Also, hey, he probably gets to ride the stallion, so
Yeah, but I love the way that they kind of used Jennifer to destroy his character to win the case. I thought, by saying, yeah, he is actually that stupid that he would believe that Megan Thee Stallion was into him.
No, not stupid. He's that deluded where he believes that he is. Didn't you hear what she said? He rated himself as a New York 10 and a LA 11.
Yeah.
That's actually quite funny. So he's basically saying that it's harder to make it in New York, like Frank said, isn't it? New York, New York. If I can make it there, I can make it anywhere. So it's easier to make it in LA, which is why he's an 11 in LA. So yeah. God knows if he goes to, like Oklahoma or Texas or one of them places, he must be a solid 22.
Well, reading the looking at some of the trailers, sorry, I know the elf does come back, so it's not the last we've seen of her. I'm sure you'll be pleased to hear. But how did you react when you saw Megan Thee Stallion was actually there in the courthouse?
I thought, nice. Thought it was good in the sense that now these, everyone knows that, action superhero film or series, that's the way to go forward now if you want to really get out there, you point in cases you've got someone like Denzel Washington who's saying now he's interested in going into possibly a Marvel movie. So it just shows you how now everyone sees that that's the route to go down to solidify your legacy even more. There's some people, their legacy is already out there, but just to give it that extra star next to it, you do that and it's like, wow, so everyone wants to do that. So that's not a surprise.
No, not at all. Yeah, and I love that end credit scene of them twerking together. I thought that was great. I just thought that
Yeah,
was just hilarious.
She-Hulk got skills. I mean, if if law doesn't work out, and she needs to make that rent money, there's a club somewhere down in New York that she can head to and guarantee.
I'll just say this is the opinion of Davian, not my opinion. I just want to say, and when Davian does go to the strip club, you can see that he only uses one £5 note, which never actually leaves his hand.
Yeah, because I haven't been to a strip club yet. So if I did, this is it.
Just that one £5 note. Could I have my £5 note back, please?
Literally, I'll be going home disgusted. Like, you know what? I parted ways with that fiver. I had it for so long.
Yeah. Cost of living crisis here. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Petrol, gas, electric, all sorts. But yeah, I thought that was absolutely like,
yeah, I thought it was
shocking
great.
and funny because it was just unexpected. You just didn't see that.
Yeah.
Coming, and then her poor boss didn't know what to do with himself. He's just seen as like, okay, I don't want to look because this could be a sexual harassment type thing. Plus, I ain't got no single notes on me. Damn it. I wish I had some. Maybe he left to go and draw money to come back.
Maybe that's what he done. Maybe, and he comes back. Oh, where are they?
Come back with a bag, with hands full of like dollar notes and things.
Like reel it in, like when She-Hulk said, "I would kill for you, Megan Thee Stallion." Hey, just that's enough.
Yeah.
Don't get too attached.
Yeah, that was actually funny. Who knows? Maybe she might make another cameo inside there as well.
Well, I hope so. But it does confirm that Megan Thee Stallion is MCU canon. Megan Thee Stallion is a character within the MCU.
Yeah. And see, you don't even have to go into much research to play that character because that's you. You just be yourself.
Yeah, she was great. She was great. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm a huge fan of her music or I'm hugely knowledgeable about her music, but
I can't tell you, in all honesty, I couldn't tell you one of her thing that she's done.
I know Bavik is a big fan.
Yeah, I don't know. And that's the God's honest truth. I couldn't tell you if someone said, listen, if you tell us one Megan Thee Stallion song for £1 million, that money's gone.
Well, this one, Body.
I'd have to hold on to this. I'd have to hold on to this.
This
strip club money.
Body. So yeah, I think another point which Dowdy brought up to me today. I think what we're seeing as well is Jennifer getting more used to being She-Hulk as well. She's like morphing into She-Hulk a bit more, and she's getting used to being in that She-Hulk skin a bit more, and she's seeing the advantages of being
not just that. What's funny as well? It just goes to show like how social media and internet and how people react, because again, you saw the things when she did the interview, like some of the comments, oh yes, another case of the women want this now, why does she have to call herself She-Hulk? Can't she just leave Hulk? We just leave Hulk here. Why do the females have to get everything? And oh great, we can't say nothing because hashtag
I loved it.
Me Too. They had all those comments, which I thought was absolutely.
I loved it.
Ripping
the piss out of those virgin internet trolls who sit at home.
But at the same time, it was being truthful, because the reality is, if that was the case, if that was a real thing, you guarantee you would get that on there. Like, there would always be one, oh, typical. Yeah, there you go. Now she wants to call herself She-Hulk now. Yeah. Why they're changing Hulk to a woman now? Like, what? No, they're not. He's Hulk. She's She-Hulk. Well, there's always one who's just going to be out there like, it's a conspiracy. And but I thought it was absolutely great.
Yeah, I loved it. I love the way he's addressing all these things in the MCU. It's and wider society. It's
and the media, just even the reporters. Like, I mean, look at the things. Like, is it true that you got rejected from the Avengers? Like things that just.
She'd only been to show for like 3 weeks or something stupid like that, and like she wouldn't even had the chance to apply. But
the baby, it's on the internet. They have like, she's pregnant with Abomination's baby, and they got like the little baby Abomination, like, it's like, oh, what a lovely family. But again, it just shows you like how people's quick to judge things that they don't actually understand. They've got no inside information on it, but they're just making all these assumptions just based on her having a business relationship. That's
Indeed.
it. That's it. She's an attorney. She's a client. He's a client. That's it. Like, nope, she's having his baby.
Yeah, which is hilarious. So I think we've almost covered everything, which is kind of interesting. But what do you?
Again, it's like the thing, isn't it? Like this episode,
Yeah,
short and sweet, and all the points, the relevant points, was actually.
So what do you think's going? Any predictions for episode 4?
4? We may actually get. Maybe she'll contact Bruce again, and we might see a little bit more of what he's doing. You know, maybe a little side story to see what's happening with him and his situation.
Well, I hope his phone has that much coverage where he's going to.
Well, maybe it's just the technology on those things there, you know, they can use it and do it anywhere. So, you know.
So we still have a lot of time. Well, I mean, we're finished. But I was thinking, I'm going to do an unboxing. An unboxing.
Oh, and unboxing. I thought you said you're going to do boxing. I'm like, what?
No. I'm not this idiot. Look at that guy, loser.
That's a possible world champion right there.
He's got as much chance of being a world champion as Anthony Joshua. So,
oh, that's low.
I knew I'd trigger you with that one. So I went to a Transformers convention 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
It's about 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, and one of the talks there was from the Royal Mail. The Royal Mail have actually commissioned Transformers stamps.
Oh, nice!
Which are going to be official, like stamps, which you can go to the post office and buy and stick on your letter and send to whoever you send letters to in the year 20.
In 2022, if you're still sending letters.
But yeah, so I've purchased some official collector's edition stamp stuff for the Transformers. So I love the Transformers. I would love to actually do content regarding the Transformers actually at some point.
I love Transformers, you know. I mean, I loved the movie, the animated movie back in the day.
The animated movie for me is still one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yeah.
Now I've already this is the box. I've already opened it, but I haven't taken out what's inside because I thought let me at least cut the sellotape away because that would save us time. So. Okay. Okay, that's just yeah, that's just
that's definitely not a Transformer.
So. Ta-da!
Nice. That's the back of it. Now let's come over more to the center so we can see.
So this is a framed copy of the stamps which are going to be available. In fact, they might already be available. They might be today they're available. But
yeah, we can't see, Manny. You've got it down.
I'm talking, that's why. So these are the stamps. So the first ones are Megatron and Optimus Prime. The next one down is Grimlock and Shockwave. Then you can get a Bumblebee Starscream stamp, RC and Soundwave.
Starscream has got the best name. That's such a badass name.
And
Starscream.
You can also get a collection of Dinobots stamps as well. So this is it. So it's a framed copy of all the Royal Mail Transformer stamps. So very pleased with this purchase. It will be hung up somewhere in here. Yeah. So.
And what have we done with my mate K today? He's not here. Where is he?
I don't know. I don't know where he is.
Mr. K?
I don't know. I'm sure he'll tell me. Anyway, I'm going to sit down. And whilst I sit down, say goodbye.
Yes, and what are we doing tomorrow, Manny?
Getting you ready drunk so you go and sing karaoke.
Yeah, get them Bon Jovis ready.
Oh, I thought you'd be doing an ABBA song, but yeah, you can do Bon Jovi.
No, I haven't got the shoes to be Bjorn. If I had them kind of platform shoes, I'd definitely be going up there as Bjorn.
Yeah, I think we all know Bjorn's not the one who you would be pretending to be. Right. Cool. Right. Goodbye, everyone.
Yes, we're out.